You may ask, are character leaders creative? Wow, what does leadership have to do with creativity? You may wonder. It has everything to do with creativity. You know, creativity is not only for those great artists or those great scientists or those with new inventions. It is for each and every one of us. And I'll tell you why. You know, do you remember being 5, 6, 7 years old? You could do anything. You know, you could fly just by bouncing off the bed. Do you remember that? You know, you could be a dolphin under the water, you know, for several minutes at least, or seconds, I should say. If you had minutes, you were a wonderful Mark Spitz or Phelps. But at that point, you were using your imagination. What great character leaders do is they use their imagination. They don't let the outside create limits and boundaries to their thinking. That's why they're able to come up with ideas like setting a man on the moon, or finding a cure for cancer, or in fact, linking all of us together through social media. And it's because of our imagination. It's because of creative leaders. And it's those creative leaders that are looking for something that will make our lives better into the future. But it's because they imagine, because they go back to being children, and because they are not limited by cynics or by people that say that it can't be done. Okay? Or by the everyday obstacles that we face. And they put frustration aside. And they let imagination and creativity flow for the better of all of us. That's why a character leader leverages on creativity. I remember, in fact, speaking to a very important and prominent executive search consultant. And he says, you know, I don't believe, for example, that businessmen can be creative. That doesn't make any sense. How can a businessman be creative at all? He's there to count money or to make more money. And I looked at him, well, don't you think that those very successful entrepreneurs are successful mainly because they were creative? Think about that. They come up with a new idea or a new process or a new product. But at the end of the day, they came up with something that the consumers wanted or that a client wanted, and that made a huge difference in our life. So they are creative. And yes, this very prominent and famous executive search consultant had to agree. He wasn't too happy to agree, but I was able to convince him. So I know that if you tap into that inner child and you set aside being a cynic, all right, and you set aside your feeling downtrodden by everything that surrounds you, you will be a great character leader.